Okay, it doesn't matter if you've been married for 5 years or 50, sometimes the same squabbles resurface. He didn't help with the dishes. She spent too much on Amazon. If your fights are following the same script, it's time to switch it up. My next guest says these conversations repeat themselves because of our knee-jerk fight or flight reactions. Dr. Matt Townsend saying with a little prep, you can turn conflict into cooperation. He joins me with 4 ways to turn your pattern of arguing into a pattern of understanding.
Yeah.
This is a common thing for couples, right? The trap.
Oh, yeah. Everyone about 50% of couples fall into this trap every serious issue.
The same topic, the same conversation,
Which, by the way,
fight.
just says it's a pattern problem.
Yeah.
It's not even a topic. It's just you do the wrong pattern. So we're going to try to upset the pattern a little bit.
4 ways to move from conflict to cooperation. The first, diffuse contention with sincere curiosity.
If you're curious about a person's concern and you sit into it and step into it and lean into it, it's hard for them to say angry. If you're like, no, tell me more. This worries me. What are you saying? Well, I'm just mad that when you get home, you just relax like the rest of the night's off. But I've been working all day and I got to work all night. I could fight that. Oh, you have no idea, and get into our same contention. Or I could get curious. Talk to me about it. Tell me more about your day. Tell me more what it feels like. And if I get curious, what it starts to do is turn off their fight or flight because they hear somebody that's trying to find out more about what's going on.
Tone would matter.
Tone would matter.
You'd have to be genuine.
You don't want to be snarky.
Yeah.
But that's why it would have to be sincere.
Yeah.
But curiosity, I have found if most people would just actually listen to what they said, just hear what they're saying, and then take one more step in to what they're saying, usually just that next step makes all the difference.
Okay.
There's always a little bit more when you're curious.
You want us to listen as if we are their only advocates.
If you were being hired by your partner to make their case to a judge, I want you to listen so effectively you can make their case.
I like this.
We're always afraid of making their case, right? We think we have to tear down their case, but if I can make your case, then I have to understand your content, your feelings, the real starved issues that are deep in there. And if I can understand it deeply enough to share it with someone else, a third person, and interpret it effectively, I now am going to win trust with them. Because I've gone the mile with them, and if I can even explain it better than they can, they know I've got it.
I love that.
But it doesn't mean I've agreed. I just understand their case.
Reflective listening.
Yeah, that's right.
I find myself saying to my 6-year-old all the time, hey, I'm on your team.
Yeah.
I'm on your team. This is being on the team, but taking a step further and being able to verbalize and advocate. I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
You want us to build a stronger case for them.
The stronger case. What we tend to do is build a straw man where we break down their case and we try to get all the weak issues and we try to build the whole thing about the most pathetic side of it. What I want you to do is build a steel man. I want you to make their case strong. And part of that is go find in their case where you agree. I totally agree. I'm busy and I come home and you know what? You're right. I can see how when I walk in, when I just play with the kids and then I just relax, you're still thinking dinner. You're still thinking all of these things. So I can see what you're saying. I feel it. In fact, it reminds me of when my parents would come home and and I could share my story, make it a really big case.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Steel man.
Steel man.
Versus straw man.
Yeah.
I don't have to break your story into horrible pieces.
Yeah.
I can build it up.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do eventually, once I've built it up, is I'm just going to add on to it. I'm going to say, I'm totally with you on that. I totally have felt that. I felt that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take one more step and we're going to use an and to build onto their story.
Okay.
So I felt what you felt. I felt it here when I was a little kid and that happened. And it feels lonely. It feels disheartening. It feels like you're alone in this relationship. I totally am with you on that. And I'm sorry if you felt like that. And I apologize if I ever have tuned out to the point that you feel like I'm not there for you. And I admit I probably am selfish at night. And, you know, getting up early, I guess, I don't know if I feel like I deserve it, but I'm tired.
And guess what? I forgive you.
And it's not an excuse, is it?
That was well done. Yeah.
And then I can share a really deep side of it.
Okay.
And I could add to the story. And I feel sometimes jealous because I've been gone all day. And I feel a little guilty because I feel like I've neglected my kids. And I know you're sick of the kids by the end of the day. And I feel like this is my only chance to have them. And I only have them till 9. And I've noticed that a lot of times you'll hurry and try to get the dishes done early so we can get the kids to bed early so you have all this free time late at night. But I really just want to be with the kids and you. And then I'm thinking I could circle back later. And I guess I haven't communicated that very well.
Well done. The power in the and.
Yeah, and then you go kiss.
And
or whatever. You could watch Netflix.
Anything else you want to?
You could rub each other's feet.
I'm just going to let you just sit in your own.
You could do a pedicure.
Okay.
Do whichever you want.
All right,
to
I'll
do.
cut you off about now. That was great.
Not easy.
4 steps to busting past those common patterns of conflict and
Creating
finding
some
more
love.
understanding and pedicures.
And getting a foot rub.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, you have 2 really big marriage retreats coming up.
October, get them on your calendar.
This is exciting.
These are awesome. They really are incredible. We go to Puerto Vallarta, October 23rd to 28th, and we go down to Zion's Red Rock. We did it a couple months ago. We're going to do it 2 or 3 times a year. And you can go get your tan on, get your love on, tons of good stuff. All you got to do is go to matttownsend.com, go to live events. You can register for those. I would hurry because they're filling up. They'll fill up quickly.
Well, this is a great chance to take a couple's vacation and get more out of it. Hang out with Matt.
We can float in the pool. It's going to be so good.
matttownsend.com for more details on those retreats. Hey, we will be right back.